Welcome back to our channel History Coins HD. As you that old is gold, but these rare Kennedy half-dollar coin that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Coin number 1. Today we have something truly special for all coin lovers and collectors around the world. Get ready, because I am going to tell you about a rare and highly demanded treasure from the United States of America, the Kennedy half-dollar from 1998 with the Philadelphia mint mark. This is not just an ordinary coin in your collection, this is a coin that carries history, beauty, and also surprising value. So watch carefully till the very end, because every detail about this coin could make a huge difference if you ever come across one in your hands. The Kennedy half-dollar has always been a favorite among collectors since it was first issued in 1964 to honor the late President John F. Kennedy. The 1998 P edition continues that legacy, but what makes this coin thrilling is its rarity and pristine condition and the exciting varieties that appeared during production. The Philadelphia mint struck millions, yes, but finding one with sharp details, clean luster, and without heavy circulation marks is becoming harder day by day. These are the coins that attract serious collectors and auctioneers who know the real worth of holding history in their hands. Let us take a closer look at its design. On the obverse side you will see the strong and determined profile of President Kennedy, a design loved not only in America but all around the world. It shines with elegance, and in uncirculated condition the details of Kennedy's hair, the sharp lettering, and the bold strike truly make this coin stand out. On the reverse side you will see the presidential seal, the American eagle with its wings spread wide, clutching the olive branch and arrows, surrounded by a ring of stars. This is more than just currency, it is a piece of American pride cast into silver-colored metal. Now, what gives the 1998 P Kennedy half-dollar its charm for collectors are the rarities and minting errors that appeared during production. Some coins come with double die strikes, some with off-center designs, and even a few with planchet errors where the coin was struck on an imperfect blank. These rare mistakes make the coin extremely desirable and can boost its value far beyond what you would expect. Collectors chase such error coins with passion because each one is unique. No two errors are exactly the same, which makes them true treasures for any collection. Another reason this coin is loved is because it belongs to the later years before the US Mint reduced the circulation of Kennedy half-dollars. After the 2000s these coins were struck mostly for collectors only, so the 1998 P still belongs to that era when they were widely used yet already slipping into rarity. That's why many collectors hunt for these coins, especially in brilliant uncirculated or proof-like conditions. For my fellow collectors watching this video, here's a tip. Always check the coin under good light with a magnifier. Look carefully at the lettering on both sides, check Kennedy's profile, and study the eagle feathers on the reverse. Weak strikes or worn areas reduce the value, but if you find a sharp strike with no scratches or contact marks, treasure it. Place it in a coin holder or protective case right away, because condition is everything when it comes to the final price collectors are ready to pay. Now let's come to the part you have been waiting for, the value. In today's collector market, the 1998 P Kennedy half-dollar in regular circulated condition might be just a small addition to your pocket change collection, but in pristine uncirculated condition or with rare mint errors this coin can bring in real money. At auctions and online sales, such coins have been sold for as much as $25,000. Yes, my friends, $25,000 for a single Kennedy half-dollar from 1998 with the P mint mark, especially if it carries those rare striking errors or comes in gem condition. Collectors from big cities like New York, Chicago, and even international buyers in London and Tokyo have paid astonishing prices for these coins when they appeared in auctions. So remember, never ignore the Kennedy half-dollars in your collection, especially the 1998 P edition. Check them carefully, because you might just be holding a hidden treasure that could change your collecting journey forever. Thank you for staying with me through this exciting exploration of the 1998 P Kennedy half-dollar. If you enjoyed this story of rarity and value, make sure to like this video, subscribe to History Coins HD, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our future discoveries. Until next time, my friends, keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, you may already have a coin worth thousands of dollars waiting to be found in your own hands. Coin number 2. We are going to talk about something truly exciting that every coin collector must pay attention to. This is not just any coin, this is a rare treasure from the United States of America, the Kennedy half-dollar 1992 with the Philadelphia mint mark. Trust me, you do not want to miss a single detail of this video, because the uniqueness and rarity of this coin will blow your mind. the Kennedy half-dollar has always been one of the most loved coins in American history. First minted in 1964 as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy, it carries emotional value as well as collectible value. The 1992 P version continues that legacy but has its own charm and demand in the coin market. While millions were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the real magic lies in finding those coins that have survived in brilliant uncirculated condition, free of scratches, and full of luster. Those are the coins that collectors dream of owning, and they are becoming harder to find with every passing year. Now let us look at the beauty of the design. On the obverse side we see the proud portrait of John F. Kennedy, a design that symbolizes strength and leadership. The details of the hair, the sharpness of the features, and the bold inscriptions make this coin a piece of art when it is in mint condition. On the reverse side stands the presidential seal with the American eagle spreading its wings, holding the olive branch of peace in one claw and the arrows of defense in the other. Surrounded by 50 stars, it is a powerful representation of America's pride and values, but what really excites collectors are the rare varieties and errors that appeared in some of the 1992 P Kennedy half-dollars. There are examples of double die obverse where the lettering and details appear doubled under magnification. There are also coins with off-center strikes and even planchet flaws that make them stand out from regular issues. These mint errors are highly sought after because each one is unique and no two are ever exactly the same. Collectors know that error coins are like fingerprints of history, making them far more valuable than standard strikes. Now I want to give a tip to all my collector friends watching this. When you come across a 1992 P Kennedy half-dollar, do not rush to put it away without checking it carefully. Always hold it under a strong light and use a magnifier to study the details closely. Look at the inscriptions, the profile of Kennedy, and the feathers of the eagle. Any doubling, misalignment, or striking weakness can make your coin a hidden treasure worth much more than you think. If you find one in perfect condition or with a rare error, keep it safe in a protective holder immediately because condition is the key to maximum value. This coin also holds importance because the early 1990s Kennedy half-dollars were minted during a time when their circulation was already declining. People were using them less in everyday transactions, which means fewer coins survived in top quality. That is exactly why the 1992 P edition is a hot target for collectors who want to complete their Kennedy half-dollar sets with the best examples they can find. Now the part you have been waiting for, the value. The Kennedy half-dollar 1992 P in normal circulated condition may not surprise you, but when it is in pristine uncirculated condition or when it carries one of those fascinating mint errors, it can reach astonishing prices. At major auctions and in private collector sales across cities like New York, Los Angeles, and even international markets in London, these coins have been sold for as much as $15,000. Yes, my friends, $15,000 for a single half-dollar coin from 1992 with the P mint mark, especially when it comes with rarity and sharp striking quality that collectors love. So my advice is simple: never overlook a Kennedy half-dollar from 1992 with the P mint mark. Check your collections, check your old stashes, and even your pocket change because you never know what treasure might be hiding there. This coin is proof that even a small piece of metal can hold incredible value in history when collectors recognize its worth. Thank you so much for watching and joining me on this journey into the fascinating world of coins. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to History Coins HD, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our future discoveries. Until next time, happy collecting my friends, and may you always find hidden treasures waiting for you. Coin number 3. I have something truly exciting for every coin lover and collector watching this channel. Get ready because we are going to uncover the secrets of a very special piece of American coinage, the Kennedy half-dollar from the year 1988 with the Denver mint mark. This coin is not just an ordinary half-dollar you might find in loose change, it is a coin with hidden rarity, fascinating features, and incredible potential value that collectors around the world are always hunting for. So do not skip a single moment of this video because the uniqueness and thrill of this coin could surprise you in ways you never expected. The Kennedy half-dollar has always held a special place in American history and in the hearts of collectors since it was first struck in 1964 to honor the legacy of President John F. Kennedy. The 1988 D version carries forward this legacy with the same bold portrait of Kennedy on the obverse, showing strength and leadership that captured the spirit of a nation. On the reverse we see the detailed presidential seal with the eagle spreading its wings wide, holding the arrows of defense and the olive branch of peace, surrounded by a ring of stars representing unity and power. In mint condition, this design truly shines like a jewel, and that is exactly why collectors love to search for it. But the real magic of the 1988 D Kennedy half dollar lies not just in the design but in the rarity and the unusual errors that sometimes occurred during minting. Some coins show doubled dies on the lettering where the words appear slightly shadowed or doubled when viewed under magnification. Others have off-center strikes where the design is not perfectly aligned, and there are also planchet errors where the coin was struck on an imperfect blank, giving it unique shapes and textures. These minting errors are like fingerprints of history, and collectors are always ready to pay premium prices for them because each error coin is one of a kind and cannot be duplicated. Another reason collectors chase this coin is because the late 1980s were a period when the circulation of Kennedy half dollars was already starting to decline. Fewer people used them in everyday transactions, which means fewer examples survived in clean, sharp, uncirculated condition. The 1988 D with its Denver mint mark has become highly desirable and top quality because such coins are now difficult to find without scratches, wear, or damage. This demand has pushed its value higher in the market, especially among serious collectors who want nothing but the best in their sets. Now I want to share some tips with my collector friends who may come across a 1988 D Kennedy half dollar. Always examine the coin carefully under good light and use a magnifier to check the details. Look closely at the inscriptions, the date, the mint mark, and the eagle's feathers. If you see any doubling, any striking errors, or even an unusually strong strike with mirror-like luster, treasure it. Place it immediately into a protective holder or case because condition is everything when it comes to maximizing the value of this coin. A well-preserved coin could turn into a serious investment if you decide to sell it in the right auction or to the right collector. Now comes the part that every one of you is waiting for: the value of this coin. The Kennedy half dollar 1988 D in regular circulated condition might not shock you, but in pristine uncirculated condition or with those rare and exciting mint errors, this coin can sell for astonishing prices. At auctions in cities like Dallas, Chicago, and even in online international markets, the 1988 D Kennedy half dollar has been known to sell for as much as $12,000. Yes, my friends, $12,000 for a single half-dollar coin from 1988 carrying the Denver mint mark when it appears in the right condition and with those collector-loved features. So my advice to you is simple and clear: never underestimate the Kennedy half dollar in your collection, especially the 1988 D edition. Check every coin you have, search carefully in your old stashes, and don't ignore the ones sitting quietly in your coin jars because you may be holding a hidden treasure without even knowing it. This coin is living proof that even something so small can carry a history, a story, and a value far beyond its face value. Thank you for watching and joining me on this exciting journey into the world of coins. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, subscribe to History Coins HD, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our upcoming discoveries. Until next time, my friends, happy collecting, and may you always find rare treasures waiting for you in the most unexpected places. Coin number 4. I am bringing you something very exciting that every collector and treasure hunter must listen to carefully. We are talking about the Kennedy half dollar from 1981 with the Philadelphia mint mark, and trust me, this is a coin you do not want to overlook. The uniqueness and rarity of this coin make it one of those pieces that can surprise you in the market and make your collection shine with pride. So stay with me till the very end because I will reveal its value and share tips that might help you find one worth a fortune. The Kennedy half dollar has always been one of the most loved coins in American history, and the 1981 P issue carries on that tradition with elegance and strength. First introduced in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy, this coin became an instant favorite among the people and collectors alike. By 1981, circulation was already starting to decline and many coins did not survive in perfect quality, which is why today finding one in brilliant uncirculated condition is such a rare joy for any collector. On the obverse side you will see the proud profile of President Kennedy facing left, a symbol of hope and leadership that defined a generation. When the coin is well preserved, the details in the hair, the sharp lettering, and the strong strike look absolutely stunning. On the reverse side we find the American eagle holding arrows and an olive branch, wings spread wide, encircled by 50 shining stars representing unity and strength. It is not just currency, it is a work of art that tells the story of America itself. Now let us talk about what really excites collectors: the rarity and the mint errors of the 1981 P. Kennedy half dollar. Some coins were struck with double die errors where the inscriptions or parts of the design appear doubled when viewed closely. Others have off-center strikes where the design is misaligned, giving the coin a unique look. There are also planchet flaws where the coin blank had imperfections that became part of the finished piece. Each of these rare features increases the demand and pushes the price higher because no two error coins are ever exactly the same. They are like fingerprints of the minting process and collectors love them for their uniqueness. Another reason this coin is in high demand is because the early 1980s Kennedy half dollars were minted at a time when circulation was dropping and many people were not saving them. Most coins went through heavy use and ended up scratched and worn down. That is why uncirculated examples and especially error coins are treasures that collectors chase at auctions and coin shows across the country. Here is a tip for my collector friends watching this. If you come across a 1981 P Kennedy half dollar, do not rush past it. Hold it under good lighting and examine every detail carefully. Look at Kennedy's profile, check the lettering, and study the eagle's feathers on the reverse. Any doubling or striking variation could mean you are holding a rare piece. And if the coin is bright, sharp, and free from damage, place it immediately in a protective holder because condition is the secret to maximum value. Now let us come to the part everyone has been waiting for, the value of this coin. While a normal circulated 1981 P Kennedy half dollar may not seem impressive, the story completely changes when you find one in pristine uncirculated condition or with those fascinating mint errors. At auctions in cities like New York, Philadelphia, and even overseas markets in London, collectors have paid as much as $10,000 for this coin in the right condition. Yes, my friends, $10,000 for a single Kennedy half dollar from 1981 with the Philadelphia mint mark when it comes with the qualities collectors dream about. So my advice is simple: never underestimate the Kennedy half dollar from 1981 P. Check your old jars, your collections, even your inherited stashes because you never know when a treasure could be sitting right in your hands. This coin proves that even something that looks ordinary can be extraordinary when it carries history, rarity, and the right collector demand. Thank you for joining me on this exciting journey into the world of rare coins. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe to History Coins HD, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss future discoveries. Until next time, my friends, happy collecting and may you always find the hidden gems that others overlook. Coin number 5. I have something very special that will keep every coin lover on the edge of their seat. We are going to explore the Kennedy half dollar from the year 2000 with the Philadelphia mint mark, and believe me, this coin is not ordinary at all. It holds secrets of rarity, it carries a story of transition in American coinage, and it has hidden treasures for collectors who know how to look carefully. So stay with me until the very last moment because I will reveal the true value of this coin and it might surprise you more than you imagine. The Kennedy half dollar was first minted in 1964 to honor the late President John F. Kennedy, and ever since then it has been a symbol of pride in American coinage. But by the year 2000 things had changed. Half dollars were no longer common in everyday circulation and most people rarely saw them in their hands. This is exactly what makes the 2000 P issue fascinating because it belongs to that time when the mint was striking coins mostly for collectors rather than for general use. That means fewer coins in circulation and more chances of finding beautiful high-grade examples that have been preserved with care. Take a closer look at the design and you will see why collectors love it so much. On the obverse there is the bold and determined profile of John F. Kennedy, with fine details in the hair and sharp lettering when the coin is uncirculated. On the reverse is the powerful presidential seal, the eagle with wings spread wide, holding the olive branch of peace in one claw and arrows of defense in the other, surrounded by 50 stars that glow like a ring of history. This design is more than just art, it is a tribute to American strength and unity that makes the Kennedy half dollar one of the most collected coins of all time. But what makes the 2000 P even more exciting are the rarities and mint errors that occurred during production. Some of these coins show doubling in the inscriptions known as doubled dies, where the words or numbers appear shadowed or repeated. Others were struck slightly off-center, giving them a unique look that collectors chase with passion. There are even planchet errors where the coin blank was imperfect and created unusual textures or shapes when struck. These rare mistakes make each coin a one-of-a-kind treasure, and collectors are willing to pay serious premiums for them because no two error coins are exactly the same. Now let me give you a very important tip for collectors who may come across the 2000 P Kennedy half dollar. Always check your coin carefully under bright light and with a magnifier. Look at the date, the mint mark, the profile of Kennedy, and the details in the eagle's feathers on the reverse. Any sign of doubling, misalignment, or unusual striking could turn your coin from ordinary to extraordinary. And if your coin shines with luster, has no scratches, and appears crisp and detailed, then you must place it right away into a protective holder because condition is everything in the collector world. The better the condition, the higher the price and the more interest from serious buyers at auctions and coin shows. Another reason this coin is in demand is because it represents the final years before the Kennedy half dollar became more of a collector's issue rather than a circulation coin. After 2002, most half dollars were struck only for collector sets and not released into general use, so the year 2000 issue still holds that link to circulation history, which adds to its charm and makes it a must-have for anyone building a complete Kennedy set. Now, my friends, here comes the part you have been waiting for: the value of this coin. While an ordinary circulated 2000p Kennedy half dollar may not bring much, the story changes completely if you find one in pristine uncirculated condition or with those special mint errors I mentioned earlier. At auctions and sales in cities like Philadelphia, Dallas, and even internationally in London and Tokyo, collectors have paid as much as $9,000 for this coin when it appears in gem quality or with rare errors that set it apart from the rest. Yes, my friends, $9,000 for a single Kennedy half dollar from the year 2000 with the Philadelphia mint mark when it carries the qualities that collectors dream about. So my advice is never ignore the Kennedy half dollar from 2000p. Search carefully in your old collections, check your inherited stashes, and never pass up the chance to examine one closely because you might just be holding a hidden treasure. This coin proves once again that something so small can carry such enormous value and meaning when seen through the eyes of a true collector. Thank you for joining me today on this journey into the fascinating world of rare coins. If you enjoyed this story, please give it a like, subscribe to History Coins HD, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another exciting discovery. Until next time, my friends, keep searching, keep collecting, and may every coin you find bring you closer to uncovering a hidden gem.